Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Cross, man. We up in here, man. Late night, man. Sitting back, grunting and groaning, man. Hey, man, y'all do me a favor. Y'all hit that like button, comment, subscribe, man. Y'all can find me. Y'all know where y'all can find me. But this one right here, this the Grunt and Grown channel, man. This is where I sit back when I'm late night. I ain't got nothing else to do. It's just certain things I just be wondering about, right? So, I don't know if y'all got a chance to see. I don't know if y'all got a chance to see. And make sure y'all hit the like, comment, share, all that stuff, right? But let's get in it real fast. Did y'all happen to hear when we was coming up, right? I'm just give you a little perspective of old school throwback stuff. When we was coming up, my folks lived on the East Coast. We used to go to Carolina, and people used to actually grow their food, right? So they grow their food. So growing up, a lot of country folks, unless you lived in the big city, that you actually ate fast food. So a lot of my family members, the greens, to the ham, to everything. My granddad and them took care of all that. Fast food is with stuff that we ate when my mama or whomever, my aunts or whatever, shout out to my aunts and them, wasn't cooking anything. That's when you stopped and went to actually go get fast food, right? So I don't know if y'all saw this, what's going on right now in the world. Right now in the world, and it came back and said it's actually plastic or whatever it's called, the plasticizer. So plasticizer, a lot of people don't know. Plasticizer actually is a chemical additive, right? That creates flexibility and it stops it from having brittleness. So just blew my mind that okay, so they've putting food in there to be flexible and to not have brittleness, right? But they won't even put it in certain foods with animals. But for some reason, they're putting it in our stuff. So I want y'all to check this out and y'all tell me what you think.
Today, this is a serious topic that was brought up in the past. Hamburgers, fries, chicken nuggets, chicken burritos, and cheese pizza were all found to have some plasticizers. These findings were published Wednesday in the journal Nature. Scientists have known there's a correlation between fast food consumption and a high concentration of plasticizers in the body. Fast food components are processed, packaged, and repackaged in cheap containers countless times before they reach a mouth, creating a succession of potential exposure.
So a lot of things people don't know. So what they're saying is that a lot of this has been redone when they taking the package out. Like I didn't know that if you take packages out, right? They take package, take the meat out, or whatever they do, transferring the packages of meat. So during that process, a lot of what they're saying, right? A lot of the plastic particles are being left on the meat. That's what they're saying. Something to that nature or something like that. So let's keep going, y'all.
But previous data couldn't capture the extent of phthalate and non-phthalate plasticizer contamination across major components of our diet, particularly for vulnerable populations, the study team writes. This is the first study to measure plasticizer concentrations within American fast food, and these preliminary findings suggest the chemicals are abundant. George Washington University researcher Lariah Edwards, Professor Ami Zoda and their colleagues purchased 64 fast food items from national burger chains McDonald's and Burger King, pizza chains Pizza Hut and Domino's, and Tex-Mex chains Taco Bell and Chipotle, all around San Antonio. The study found harmful chemicals in a majority of samples collected. Phthalates are linked to health problems, including disruption to the endocrine system and fertility and reproductive problems, as well as
So let's get into that. All right. So this plasticizer is actually that's in this material, right? Is affecting your body system almost to the point where they said, like, I mean, it could fertility. I mean, we talking about a lot of stuff. So isn't that amazing that the world is built off of fast food things, but now you're starting to see where a lot of these problems that we already knew, far as again, We already knew as far as obesity was concerned. But now it's got to the point where, we talking about, come on, man, we talking about kids that's eating it. So imagine your child, like back in our days. I want y'all to remember now what blew my mind. When they came out and they said McDonald's food, meat, was now starting to be 100% beef. So then me and my homeboys was thinking like, so what was it? Then they said it was soybean, but they never proved it was soybean. Then they got in trouble, remember, for cooking grease with pig fat or something like that they were saying. So to me, it's just crazy that it will mess up your system, and then also will create that you not being fraternal, whether it be male or female. It's crazy, y'all.
Has increased risk for learning, attention, and behavioral disorders in children. So what do you think? Do you think it already has been going on, or do you think it just start happening?
Okay, one of the questions is, do I think it's been going on, or has it already been happening? I think it's already been happening. And the reason why I'm saying that is for the simple fact is you got to think about it, right? There's a lot of things that have been going on in the world that we can't account for. They came out with GMO, right? Genetically modified, meaning as in that's something that was created, like seedless watermelons, stuff that was not created to produce. So when you're putting that in your body, you don't know what your immune system is being built off of. Like a lot of times they say if you go to different places that you actually, in order to fight the immune system, you go to find the local honey store or whoever sells the local honey, because the bees take the pollen from that, and you don't buy regular honey anywhere else. You want to buy local honey because your immune systems end up getting built for that. So again, that's what I'm saying. So think about, has this already been done? I honestly think this has been done. I think that they knew it's been done, but what didn't happen is like somebody had said before, and shout out Monkey Man. I think he had said this before, like man, it's not that much meat in the world. Like think about that. All the chickens, all the meat, everybody's eating it at a rapid pace. Even to the point where they're discarding and just throwing away, meat. Like we're the only country that throw away more waste than anybody, right? So we throw away food like it's nothing. So imagine all of the meat that people eat or they waste. So that just tells me, like I had did a show before on my other podcast, which talked about the meat, right? And that it were causing certain allergies in your body. Have you ever noticed when you eat certain foods that you start, man, I don't feel good, I feel sick, or it takes so long to chemically break down in your body, right? And that is because you got to think about it. The food is not what it used to be. We used to think the food was real. We used to think that the food, man, hey, man, they knew what they was talking about. This food is real. It is what it is, right? And then you start seeing these kids lately, especially in 2023. I deal with a lot of kids, man. And I'm going to tell you something. Some of these kids are bigger than most adults in my era. I don't know what it is. And we all know, like they say, it's the hormones, right? So it's the hormones and things like that that is getting these kids that are growing abnormally. But my question has always been, if they're growing abnormally, does that weaken their immune system? Because again, it's not natural, I mean, it takes a lot, but you see a lot of these kids, and to me, that's just me, them eating a lot of this stuff that's been injected, a lot of these supposedly, allegedly farm-raised animals. I just don't feel like that's what they're doing. I don't think what it is. So let's see what she said. Okay, so that was one of the things. I truly think that's what's going on. I think it's been going on. And, that's my question to that.
Is this a segue from GMO? Is it that low poverty people buy fast foods, and is that a way to slow the population? Another question.
That's a good thing. Um, is it a segue to GMO? Um, I don't think it's a segue to GMO. I think that what it is that it's an additive to it. It's not a segue because again, it's been going on before. It's a lot of things. Like I said, I use the example of McDonald's and things of that nature. So again, to me, I don't think it's a segue. But again, that's just for other people to think that. I just really truly think that it's just really sad and unfortunate that we have people that are willing to sacrifice human life for a profit. That's just what I think. I think that it's really disgusting and sad that the actual individual, for the actual dollar, that you can cut trees and create this paper, is willing to kill, manipulate, and destroy the next man. That's just my opinion, though. That's just the way I feel. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as in the black population, one of the questions was, in the black population, do I think it's to eradicate, basically, or to get rid of? I think it's a lot of more things in our community that we can focus on. Do I think food and health is a big issue? Yes, we have a high cause of diabetes. That's another big thing. You know, you had a lot of them people growing up. Yeah, they used to eat a lot of the pork. But pork is not bad, but the gluttony or the obsession of eating, you know what I'm saying, and not give your body the proper rest, diet, exercise, or something like that will cause your body to really just decompose, you know, inside out. So I do think that it was a big key when it came to our culture, right? I think a lot of this stuff that we eat, I think in the new era, a lot of the parents didn't grow up, you know what I'm saying, in our era back in the days is being um, accountable for cleaning, cooking, and all that stuff growing up in the household to help out mom and daddy, or just to help out mama or grandmama or auntie. So nowadays, a lot of people are quick to spend. See, I always from the era, man, I ain't finna go spend $15, $20 on no damn 4 people to eat when I can just take $20 and go buy me a meal. Nigga, you can buy a hamburger helper, you can buy spaghetti. It's a lot of shit you can buy. But that's the problem that I have. I feel like that's what people don't understand, is that it's bigger than that. I think a lot of people, when they keep people in obesity, then they also shame you with depression to then turn you into doing something you don't want to do. Right? You see it all the time. They're shaming people over their body. Crawford wife just got shamed for her being big. I mean, where's the hate at? But at the same time, if that woman go get some type of surgery done, guess what? They're gonna shame her too. So I just wanted to bring awareness. This ain't a long video. You know what I'm saying? I'm building the channel up. We're gonna have more to come. Y'all can check into the Plug Podcast 1 and 2. You know, you got the Grunt and Grown that's going on now. We're going to have a lot of people come in, and we just really going to talk about old school things, man. We're going to talk about stuff that made us feel good. We're going to do movie reviews. We're going to talk about old school songs, what they really meant back then to you, things of that nature. So, again, I just want to say salute to y'all. Salute to Born. He helped me drop my first one. It's doing pretty good for the beginning of the first channel. So, again, salute to him on that. Like I said, again, it's just bigger things to come. But I wanted to bring this message because, again, I'm not on here as much, but I'm trying to do a lot of different things, right? It just really just, like I said, again, what really just bothered me was the fact that they're using it, again, it's called plasticizer. So get a chance, look up what plasticizer means. And that's the added chemical, which they banned from a lot of different things. But for some reason, it's in our food. Let it make sense. So on that note, I want to see what y'all got to think. Y'all comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. I appreciate y'all. I'm rocking with your boy. man, again, I just want to bring awareness to y'all. We're gonna have more. I'm gonna have more people on the panel. And again, we ain't gonna talk about no crazy, ain't no beef, ain't none of that stuff. What we gonna do is talk about how we were growing up back in the days. And it's okay to grow up back in the days being a square. It's okay to be a nerd, a mama's boy, granny's boy, whatever he was. But we're gonna talk about the old days where, again, people were held accountable and everybody didn't do dumb crap all the time. So on that note, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. And we got more to come on Grunt and Grown. And on that note, I just want to say salute everybody, hit that comment button, subscribe, until we see each other again.